KM4MKL here. This is going to be a silent assassin suit only run in Hokkaido, the Situs Inversus mission in particular. We're going to load out with a flash grenade and a coin, one of the silenced weapons, and a requiem suit, although any suit will suffice, and we're going to start in the morgue and no agency drops needed. This is Hitman 2, so the flash grenade's available. If you do this in Hitman 1, you'll need to figure out another way to escape, because the flash grenade's not available. So I'm going to start here in the morgue, and we're going to wait a few minutes after the loading screen cinematic goes by and wait for both guards to have their backs to us and both surgeons to have their backs to us. The guard that's in the far side of the surgery table over there is going to walk out, and this guy is going to patrol and get our back to us.
Sorry, you're just gonna have to wait for my research paper. I'm following the trial closely, and with a little luck, it'll be the basis for my doctorate. All I can say is.
And so I'm going to come back here, and the first thing I'm going to do when these guards' backs are to me is I'm going to shoot out that recording device in the other room through that window. Using instinct makes it very easy to target it. And we're going to come back into this area here. Now if we do this, they're not going to find us back here, although they are going to be searching nearby. So I'm just going to wait in this area and wait for the guard that patrols right next to where we were when we shut out the cameras. I'm going to wait for him to get there. And then when he gets there, I'm going to distract him and use my coins to get him into this stairway, at which point I'll choke him out as he comes through the door. That's a bit of an undocumented technique, is to choke somebody out as they come through a door. Even though they're facing you, you choke them out and subdue them successfully, but you also will not be seen when you do it, even though they're facing you. It's a very good technique to use because it does get them out of the way to where they're not seen by other NPCs. And you don't have to sneak up behind them. So when he gets into position here, I'm going to use my coin and get him to come down this way.
Thought I heard something. Checking it out. Over.
And when he does that, I try to distract him in here at the second coin, but the door closed, so I use my third coin to get him in here. Then I'm going to hit X just as he gets to the threshold of the door, and that'll pull him out through and choke him out. And again, we will not be seen if we do that. So I'm going to get my 3 coins and his gun. We can leave him here. He will not be seen if we do so. You could, if you really wanted to, drag him all the way down to the bottom level of those stairs, that staircase, into the area where the dormitories are. And I think there's a place down there where you can stash him without being seen. So if you're a purist and really want to do that and get your extra 25 points for concealing the body, you can. It does take some extra time, though. So I decided not to do it because I know he's not going to be found in there. There are no guards that patrol back there. So those guards' backs are turned. I'm going to come in here, that camera and this camera here. There's 2 cameras that can see us, so we're not going to be able to have to worry about them. I'm going to come in here and make sure that guard over there is not in the way and shoot up the heart. And I'm going to come in here and hide in this cabinet here while they search the area.
You have effectively killed him without laying a hand on him. This should be a clear message to anyone considering following in his footsteps.
And after a few moments, they'll not be as excited as they were initially. The searching flag will drop off the mini-map. And when that happens, we can proceed and make our way outside the building so we can go back inside up on the 2nd floor. So Eric Soder's, the best way to kill him by far is to shoot out the heart. Going upstairs to kill him is going to be very difficult on Silent Assassin suit only. I suppose you could, if you have some poison in the scrambler, you could go into that room to the left, poison the stem cells, and bring the stem cells upstairs by going through the door on the far side of the surgery room to the right here. I decided not to do that, because this is faster and simpler. So I'm going to come in here, wait for that spot flag to drop off. Come through here, and they're up here. There are 4 security guards out there that are going to cause us problems potentially. 2 are patrolling and 2 are stationary. I'm going to wait for those patrolling guards to go all the way down the hill, almost to where the snowmobiles are. I'm going to distract the stationary guards with a gunshot, but I don't want to alert all 4 guards, because that makes things complicated. They'll get distracted, and if I just slowly but surely work my way down here and hug the treads of the tractor, I'm able to get all the way down here without being seen. So now I'm just going to wait here and wait for those guards that are patrolling. I'm going to wait for them to leave the little loading dock area there and head back the way they came. Then I'm going to climb up here, go through this window, and we're going to come up here and take out Yuki Yamazaki. Probably the best way to take her out is just to trap her in the sauna here. So I'm going to turn the temperature up in the sauna, which will cause these guys to evacuate. On master difficulty, that guard right there will patrol in here regularly. And so we're going to need to take him out, which is not too hard to do, but you do have to remember to do it. If you've used this method to kill a Yamazaki in the past on casual and professional difficulty, you don't have to worry about this guard, but he is there on master difficulty. At least I don't think he's there on professional or casual. So when he comes in, we're just going to simply wait for him to go back into the small hallway there outside the sauna entrance. And when he goes out there, he'll pause briefly. Nobody's out here, so we can simply choke him out. And we're going to bring him back into that maintenance room there. I thought I was going to need the disposable scrambler, but the interesting thing is that I can drag his body through here since his uniform will open it up. As a bonus, since this hiding area is right next to the door, we can come back through it as well, because his uniform will keep it unlocked. I'm going to fast forward here. You get to wait about 4 minutes for Miss Yuki to come up here. When she does, I'm going to wait for her to get in there a little too soon, so I don't want to get spotted by her when the door closes. I just got to hold the door closed and watch the cinematic as she passes away. And when she's dead, it'll count as an accident. I don't think her body gets found, but even if it did, it wouldn't matter, because this would be considered an accident. It would not count as a body found against the silent assassin. Now I came out here and I saw those guards were down there in the loading dock area, and I didn't want to risk getting spotted by them, so I hopped back inside. I'm just going to wait for them to patrol back up the way they came, just like I did when I came up here. This is where the flash grenade comes in handy. The flash grenade will blind anybody for 2 or 3 seconds at least once it detonates. And I wanted to escape using one of these snowmobiles. So instead of doing some sort of elaborate scheme to distract these 2 enforcers, I just threw the flash grenade right there on the loading platform. If you go on the lower level there, it won't be bright enough to blind them, but once it goes off, I'm going to run down here and take out and escape here on the snowmobile. So I don't get his credit for the silent assassin suit only in master difficulty. I'm going to get credit for the other difficulties as well, since I only attempted it on master difficulty. And this also triggered the Classics 1 challenge, the meta challenge for the since I've completed all the classic missions on Silent Assassin Suit only now. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If I don't know the answer, I'll make up an answer or tell you where to find it. In the meantime, this is KM4MKL. Happy hunting and happy hitting.